Hello everyone, this is Dr. ABBAS, millennial politician, and I'm here at TEDxSiddagangaInstituteOfTechnology. In the words of Sir Winston Churchill, oratory is a skill that turns a commoner into a king. I'm here to tell you a very interesting story. A leader is a PPS. What is PPS? You will know very shortly. But first, let me share with you an anecdote. How I became an accidental politician. Here we go. It's 8 p.m. in the night and we are at Bangalore, Chinnaswamy Stadium. On strike we have Christopher Henry Gill and on the non-strikers end we have Virat Kohli. Well, RCB, the crowd goes berserk here at the Bangalore Fort. The event finishes and then we go head towards an event hosted by the Royal Challengers Bangalore with me, your MC ABBAS, as your host. Well, there, of course, RCB wins the match. I get my friend Chris Gill on the stage for the Gangnam Style. And then I ask him, Chris, what is the secret of your energy? And Chris says, buddy, it's my confidence. And that confidence. So I plan to play a Karan Johar style, a rapid fire round. So I asked him, Chris, what did you say if you're on a date with Priyanka Chopra? And Chris Gill says, I'd say, Priyanka, you're very lucky to be with me. Well, that is the confidence of the Chris Gill. And then I bring in the one, the only Indian team captain, and of course, the man RCB, the man of the moment, Virat Kohli on stage. And I ask him, what is leadership? And Virat says, off the bat, straight, direct, a leader is only as good as the team. I'll tell you something about Virat Kohli when I've hosted events with him. His razor-sharp whip, focus, his determination, dedication on the go. That is what makes Virat Kohli. Well, from 10 years being an anchor, compere host of various corporate events, IPL events, I was an activist also, a citizen voice. Well, now let me share with you a turning point of my life. Well, that turning point happened in the year 2017 when I received a call from a channel saying that, sir, in the states that you belong, there has been a mass bunking of MLAs who've not attended the assembly, the winter assembly session. What would you like to say? I said, let me come on your show and tell all those respective politicians what I'd like to say. So I come on the show and I say that what do you politicians think of yourself? You come to take our votes and when it comes to do your job, you don't do your job? Then I tell them, लातों के भूत बातों से नहीं मानते. Yes, the kicks of the devil never listen to the wise words. And what happens? This particular video goes viral all across the country. And this comes into the eyes of various politicians. Exactly a couple of months later, in the year 2017, December, I get a call from a party saying that we'd like to meet you. I said, whoa, what could be this meeting for? So I understand that, okay, they probably want to talk about the debate, the controversial debate, or maybe something about taking an introspection or a perspective of the youth. I say, okay, sure, let's meet. And then I have a meeting and there it goes. My state assembly elections come in and there I am and offered a ticket to contest for elections. I'm like, what? Wait, no way, bro. Somebody who's been happy-go-lucky all his life and you want me to contest in elections? Really? I never thought in my wildest dream that something like this could ever come across. So I asked them for some time. I take my time because I'll tell you why. Politics was a bad word to me. A politician was an abusive remark. I thought about it and thought. And I said, okay, I have nothing to lose. Let me just go for it and get this experience. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I became the youngest MLA candidate of the assembly elections held in my state. And what happens then? Then I go all the way campaigning. Well, it's all about the youth. Yes, 65% of our country constitutes of the youth population. Yes, below the age of 35 years. Yes, you heard that right. So I go about, this elections give youth a chance. This elections give youth a chance. Well, my slogan was, no money power, no muzzle power, only youth power. So please do vote for me. I'll tell you what, the first day of my election, I go to my constituency and I see this wonderful flower vendor lady. I say, Amma, please vote for me. And she looks at me and she says, Nimma mukha leader tara ide, neeve gelstira. So that means your face is like a leader, you are going to win. I said, Auntie ji, aapke muh mein laddu, ghee shakkar. And of course, we'll come to the results a bit later, but I was very happy, very joyful. And of course, I touched her feet, took her Ashirwad. And of course, I was very, very happy to hear her words. Nevertheless, what happens next? I did happen to visit a place which happens to be a slum. And then before entering the house, I see this mother with just about 4 teaspoons of milk in a bowl. She has a little infant child. She's mixing water, about 200 ml water in those 4 teaspoons of milk. My friends, the bitter reality, the harsh reality of life is there are people who are below poverty line and they don't have even good enough quantity of milk to feed their young one. With what face would I even go to her and ask for a vote during my campaign? So all I did was get a few liters of milk, hand it over to her and leave my side. One thing I understood, my friends, a leader is nothing but a problem solver. A leader is a troubleshooter. You need to be a people's person and solve the people's problem. A leader is all about the manifestation of how good or how well you can take care of a people. A leader, according to me, is certainly not a king. A leader is not an emperor. A leader, a true politician, is someone who understands that you are there for the people, by the people, for the people, and to the people. And that is a reality, my friends. Of course, like this beautiful saying, with great power comes great responsibility. And like I told you, a leader needs to be a people's problem solver. The next couple of campaigns and my activities I did was I went all about on the social media and asked many people to come and please join me, join this campaign, especially the youth. I went about to many colleges. I got great support. I had a fantastic volunteer team which are working 24/7 round the clock, around the days to come along with me and campaign everywhere. So of course we had this park which the neighborhood used to use it as a dustbin. We came in, we set it along, we did a before after where the park was again lush, green and beautiful. Next step I did was when I was going in my morning campaigns, I saw these senior citizens, you know. When I spoke to them, interacted with them, they said, Beta, we are above the age of 65, we are retired, but we'd love to earn some money during the weekends. So what I did was there were a couple of students, young students, so we got them together so that these respective senior citizens could teach accordingly to them. And of course, the other initiative that we saw in my constituency is during the rain times, there was flooding. And during that flooding, many of the resident welfare associations used to face huge problems. So therefore, what I did was got together all the resident welfare associations of my constituency. We had one big meeting and we came to a conclusion. Trust me, any problem in this world, any problem in life could be solved, yes, by coming together, by logical reasoning, and of course, a leader being a people's person. The next focus of mine was on 2 fronts, getting youth jobs, yes, respective jobs for the youth, and of course, admissions of students, young students in schools and respective colleges. There's a beautiful Chinese proverb which says, give a fish, you feed for a day. Teach them how to fish, you feed them for a lifetime. When you get jobs for the youth, you indeed feed them for a lifetime. That is important. And that is where we need to come out as leaders. We need to come out there and help out. I can share with you 2 anecdotes. I know of this wonderful girl who happens to run her family. Where I was able to facilitate her was when I came across her during my election campaign, I ensured that she gets admitted into a very good college, that she gets the best of education, of course free of cost, and also being able to be placed in a good company. Well, my dear friends, your network equals your net worth. To try and use your network so that you're a leader who is able to get people jobs, who's able to get people admissions in schools, colleges. And of course, yes, today she's running her family. She's also bought a house on EMI and she's got a car for herself and she's doing fantastic. So yes, a little effort from a leader will make a huge difference. Also, let me tell you, there was this boy I came across in a slum area who was into drugs. He was addicted, but His English was fantastic. He was very, very articulate. So I got him to a rehabilitation center, got him rid of his habit, put him across to a call center, and now today he's leading a team and getting a 6-figure salary, and he's doing fantastic for himself. So my dear friends, like I told you, this is troubleshooting. This is problem solving. This is what a leader needs to do. And also, now let me also tell you, during the press conference, I was asked, netas, many netas from many political parties come to us and ask for vote. Of course, they win or lose. They come, they win, they make many promises, but they don't keep the promises. How about you? How different are you? I said, I win or I lose, I keep my promises. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, I didn't win the election, but nevertheless, I tell you what, I was up against a 6-time MLA, and of course who happened to be the incumbent Home Minister. But the experience that I gained, the love that I gained from the people, I cannot surmount it in words. So here is the thing, what I did, even though I lost the elections, I had promised give youth a chance. Nevertheless, I ensured till from the year 2018 to this 2021, as many students as I can, get them admission in schools, colleges, get them scholarships, and of course, try and get youth into jobs. It could be a call center, it could be a manager job, it could be any job that could help them earn a living. That is indeed very, very important. That is where a true leader is born, I'd say. So post my experience, what happened? During every state elections, the media is completely focused on that state. So I happened to become quite a regular media's blue-eyed boy on the television screens, on, of course, the national media primetime debates, and I had my great time. And nevertheless, there was this actor, politicians whose campaign I happened to lead. So that was a wonderful experience. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me also speak to you about what is happening today in my city of Bengaluru. Well, today in Bengaluru, we are day to day coming across many challenges, and those challenges are, of course, getting oxygen cylinders, getting remdesivir injections, hospital beds, ICU, ventilators, oxygen concentrators, so on and so forth. So what can we do about it? So what can I do about it? Let me tell you. Well, I ensured we make a group, an SOS group, where we come together as individuals and help out people. There was this one time when I was out and I happened to come across this auto driver who looked quite panicky. I asked him, what is the problem? What happened? He said, sir, there is a lockdown being called here in Bangalore. What are people like us going to do who earn about 500 rupees to 1,000 rupees a day? People like yourself might stock up your house, your fridge, but what will you do? We regularly earn and we eat. So that's when I popped this idea, got my friends together. We were able to accumulate some funds. We did some crowdfunding and we were able to help out many such people who are daily wage laborers, daily earners, and so on and so forth. Also, as a matter of fact, let me tell you, Mumbai is a wonderful city which is said, Mumbai, city that never sleeps. But let me tell you, Bangalore is a city that never sleeps and never stops helping. The true power is in our hands. Yes, the people's hands. The people today are indeed the problem solvers and leaders. Once you yourself coming together and trying to help out people, amplifying situation, I think that is truly a mark of a leader. That is the hallmark indeed. Also, as a matter of fact, through my media, in an explosive debate, I was able to expose the black marketing of remdesivir injections and oxygen cylinders. And of course, those who were charging exorbitant prices for the same. Also, let me tell you, my dear friends, for a leader to be a problem solver, a leader also needs a role model, a mentor. Well, yes, my mentor, Shri Ratan Tata, the one, the only. Well, I had 2 occasions of meeting him. I'd say he's Dronacharya to my Eklavya. It's just that my thumb is still intact. And of course, he is someone to really look up to. If you wish to be a leader, you need to look across your ends and find someone who you relate to, who you look up to. Ratan Tata has revolutionized the way we see tall leadership. Also, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, a good leader is a good problem solver only from the 2 pillars, the most beautiful that you have. Well, yes, that is my face when I see my parents watching me live on television. Yes, there's a beautiful saying in Urdu, Izzat bhi milegi, daulat bhi milegi. खिदमत करो माँ बाप की जन्नत भी मिलेगी. Yes, you do the best for your beloved parents and the best comes to you. Well, I've won several awards, but let me tell you friends, the best award that I have received in my life is, of course, the glint, the twinkle in the eyes of your parents when you make them proud. That is the best thing you can ever do. And of course, like they say, you know, a mother plays a huge role in you being able to win over all your battles, your wars, your trials, tribulations. Like there's a saying, मुश्किल रास्तों में आसान ये सफ़र लगता है और ये मेरी माँ की दुआओं का असर लगता है. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I reach to my conclusion here. And my conclusion states this. The day we politicians, we leaders decide that P is not for power, P is not for paisa, P is for people, this world will be a much better place to live in. So if you want to be, like I said, if you want to be a leader, you need to be a people's problem solver. And of course, finally, I'd like to leave you with the lines, मोहब्बतों से दिलों को जीत लेते हैं हम वो सिकंदर हैं जो लश्कर नहीं रखते. Well, we rule the hearts of the world and we conquer your hearts with love. We are that Alexander who does not need an army. Thank you very much. Bella ciao. This is Dr. Syed Abbas here at TEDxSiddagangaInstituteOfTechnology. Thank you very much.